Welcome to another episode of Let's Not Do This podcast and another episode of Just the Two White Guys. Apologize for that. What's going on, Chris?
Not a whole lot. A long day at work, long week at work, long life at work. Good to
Yep.
get away and bullshit for a little while, drink a beer, talk some shit about sports, and not have to deal with Leon. So that's positive.
It's always a positive. The show might be worse, but it's better for us. Getting some feedback here. Uh,
You got to turn the sound off on your phone, Scotty.
I don't know why. There's my phone. Yeah. Let me get out of that. All right, now we're good. Yeah. I actually took tomorrow off, so I got a 3-day weekend.
Good for you.
Yep. I was gonna go somewhere, but I don't know. Might just relax, try to clean the house, or say I will, and then clean like 10% of it.
Yeah,
Feel good about
vacuum a little
myself.
bit,
Yeah,
vacuum a little bit, and then spend the rest of the day on the couch.
that's usually what happens. But yeah, it is NFL Draft Day.
Woo!
It's kind of so they've moved it up, right? It was usually later.
I have no
I feel like it
idea.
was later because I always feel like it felt like a long wait, but now I think they moved it up. I feel like they moved it up too far there because they're still like the basketball playoffs just started. They could have moved. I feel like they moved it up a couple weeks too early, but it's here. Or maybe just because this draft isn't that exciting. Not a lot of can't miss prospects out there. I do like Cam Ward, but yeah, I don't know. It doesn't feel like the usual excitement for the draft for me. I'm sure once it starts, I'll get into it. You got the little music playing when they show the highlights of Mel Kiper and McShay and whatever you're watching. But yeah, but this will be my yearly disclaimer for NFL draft. As long as we're a podcast, draft grades are stupid. Draft grades are stupid. Draft grades are stupid. Nobody knows what any of these guys are going to be, how good they're going to be. They're all guessing. Obviously, they know much more than we do, but they're still guessing. Nobody's figured it out. It's not an exact science. So if they don't draft a guy that you wanted, or they give you an F, if Mel Kiper gives you an F on your first round pick, he doesn't know. Just don't get pissed off and just do what normal people do. If they don't draft the guy you want, just look at their highlight reel and be like, oh, he actually might not be bad. That's what we gotta do. We don't know until 3 years from now. Some of the worst graded drafts have been the best in the history. Thinking back to that Seattle draft class with was it Richard Sherman and Chancellor and was it
Yeah,
Russell Wilson all in that same draft class?
I think so. Yeah.
Everybody hated it, and yeah, that worked out for them. It seems so. Just enjoy the draft. If they don't get the guy you want, there's hopefully somebody there that knows more than you that made that decision. Unless you're a Jets fan and you have the right to be pissed off.
Yeah, I think this year's, I mean, it's not exciting anymore to me. Uh, this is just millionaires becoming more millionaire than they were before. So I don't give a fuck. I'm probably going to watch basketball. I'll
Wait, or
have
I'll
the,
have. Well, you know my setup. I got the two TVs, so
yeah,
I'll have one on each.
I'll have the draft on my phone or something keeping up, but I don't give a shit.
Yeah, I also don't like. It's 3 days now. I think.
It's been that
Just
way
do,
for a while.
yeah, but I think just do the 2 days. Like I like that all day draft and just people you'd never heard of, and
Well, it's Saturday. That's what Saturday's for. It's
yeah,
what is tomorrow the second and third round or just second?
I think it's second and third. Yeah, second
Okay.
and
So
third.
you got 4 through 7. Yeah, you're never gonna hear about you don't know any of those guys unless they played for your team.
Yeah, listening to these guys try to tell us about the guard from San Diego State. Like, he's got good push. Like, you don't know. Yeah.
He's a real nasty lineman. That's what they
Yeah.
love that.
He's a, almost said hood rat. He's a gym rat.
Hit the
First guy
button.
in, last guy out. I haven't used that button in a while. I don't forgot about the buttons. I got too much to do with Leon out. That might be
Yeah, that's
racist.
true. There we go.
All
Oldie
right,
but goodie.
here's Daniel Jeremiah's final mock draft. Let's go through it real quick. All right.
No, I'm not. I'm trying to find the fucking button. Hold on.
What button? You got access to buttons?
The mute button.
Oh. I really forgot. Oh, it loops. Okay. We haven't used the buttons in a while. I don't even know how to use them anymore.
Yeah, we don't. Leon is the worst person. That's why we have all those buttons, anyways. So he's not
Yeah.
here. We can't really use them.
Yeah, he hates us.
Hope
But
he's
yeah,
selling policies.
yeah. Well, yeah, looking at his mock draft, picks 1 through 3 seem like they're solid. There's been some like 1 and 2 for sure. I don't think that's going to change. I think Cam Ward for sure is going to be number 1, Hunter number 2 to the Browns. Yeah, I mean, talk about Cam Ward real quick. I know Shador Sanders, once those first 2 picks, 3 picks get done with, he's probably going to be the talk. I know he didn't plan on coming. I think that's still he's not going to be there, right? Have you heard?
I thought he was going to be in the green room. I could be wrong.
Okay, I didn't think he was. I mean, there's a chance he could drop, so I would imagine they wouldn't want him to be there. Like he could drop out of the first round.
I
Could
mean,
have a Johnny.
the Johnny Manziel or whatever, the Aaron
Yeah,
Rodgers.
I mean he could go top 10 or he could fall out the first round. He's been kind of all over the place, but just talking about him and Cam Ward, like if you switch their 2 attitudes, I think Shador would be the number 1 pick. Like you could see, and I think either way they'd be number 1, number 2. Cleveland would probably take the other quarterback. But I go
Yeah.
back to that clip from the offseason where they were practicing together. This is the main reason why I was high on Miami preseason. The college, Miami University, the U, not the Dolphins. But just going back to that workout video where they're working out and Cam Ward is calling out Shador for not going hard, and then I saw another clip. I think it was a different workout together where he's calling out Shador for just throwing screen passes the whole practice, and Shador always has an excuse. I think that pretty much sums it up. Like Cam Ward practices hard every day; he's trying to get better every day, and Shador. I mean, you can't really blame him. He's been told he's been great his whole life, probably. So he goes to college. His dad's a coach. He's been kind of coddled. So I think, he doesn't have great arm talent, but I think it was Dan Orlovsky said he was like one of the hardest prospects he's ever had to evaluate because, like, his offensive line was terrible. And he did
Yeah.
throw like 80 screen passes a game. So it's like, is he any good? We don't know. I think he has a chance to be a good quarterback, but he's going to have to show some humility. Because the first time he tries to pull that shit that he pulled in Colorado, throwing basically his whole team other than Travis Hunter under the bus,
Yeah.
it's gonna be
That
done.
was fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
I think Shador Sanders is probably one of the smartest quarterbacks in this draft, and he made chicken salad out of chicken shit a lot. He doesn't have the huge arm, but he is accurate. If he's throwing a bunch of screen passes because he has to, he's making the right play. So Mel Kiper's got him as his number 1 quarterback. Mel Kiper's been doing this a long time. Mel Kiper's also who was it?
He's
The
also
kid from
just a
Notre
guy,
Dame.
though.
Yeah, he said
Jimmy
he would.
Clausen.
Yeah, he said he
Yeah.
would retire if Jimmy Clausen was a bust. So I don't know, man. Attitude doesn't really fucking matter to me in the NFL or pro sports. Um,
What?
no,
Tell
if you
that
can
to
play, you can play.
Jamarcus Russell.
It's a different kind of attitude.
The quarterback position, it completely matters.
Shador Sanders has never been the guy that's not studying. We've never heard that.
Well, we're not going to hear anything
You're
negative
muted.
about him. What? No, I'm not. You can't hear me?
I cannot hear you. Anyways, so Austin Genty, number 5 for Jacksonville. Not sure about that. Who's taking a running back in the top 10? It would be Jacksonville because they are a fucking disaster. We got Tyler Warren looking at 10. I was hoping he would fall. Great tight end. Him and Caleb Williams would probably develop a very good relationship. Let's see, who else do I know here? I don't know who half of these people are, so I did not watch a ton of college football. Let's see, Jackson Dart. Is this New York moving into that spot, or do they have that already?
Oh, what's but can you hear me now?
No, still can't hear you. Number 18, Jackson Dart. The Giants like Jackson Dart more than Shador. Oh, I'm by myself. This is terrible. I'm so sorry, everybody. Scotty is working through technical difficulties. I'm going to drink a beer.
Can you hear me? I'm not.
Yes, I can.
Okay. I don't know what
I can
happened
hear you now. I don't know.
myself or anything. Oh shit! I gotta
You got the graphic?
this thing back on. Yeah, I'm getting it. I don't know what happened there. All right, here we
All
go.
right.
Oh, you were talking about the Giants. Where are they taking? What number is
It,
getting taken on here?
it's showing 18, Jackson Dart. So is
Okay.
that their pick or is that a
It
potential
says via
trade?
Seattle.
So it looks
I
like
don't
he's
see
predicting
any other
trades.
vias. Yeah.
Yeah, there's one at 13 and then one at 20. So it looks like they're trying to trade back into the first round, take Jackson Dart, which everybody thought they wanted Shador Sanders at 3. Daniel Jeremiah does not think so. That's strange to me. Jackson Dart was in the biggest gimmick offense of all time with Lane Kiffin at Ole Miss. He's got crazy arm talent. Don't know how good of a quarterback he actually is. I would trust
Yeah.
Shador Sanders over Jackson Dart any day.
Yeah. So here's the thing. I'm rooting for Shadur Sanders. I don't think he's a bad dude. But I just go back to that accountability. If you're a quarterback in the NFL, when you lose, it's your fault, even if
It's
it's
your
not.
fault. And when you win, it's everybody's win. Yeah.
So if he understands that and gets some humility, I think he'll be fine. And now it does seem like a lot of people have him going to the Steelers, although some people think the Giants. There's anything Tomlin can do, he can. Again, he's not a bad guy, so I wouldn't even call him a nutcase or anything like that because he's not. But I think Tomlin would be the right guy to bring them in and just kind of help them understand. He's not going to let Coach Prime tell him anything. I think he would be a
Yeah.
good coach.
That would be a good fit. I like
for
that.
sure. Yeah.
Do you know who Jade Barron is? Is that the name?
I do not. Let's look it up. I'm
29,
sure
going
if
to
I look it
Washington.
up. Yeah. Dave Barron.
I did see a post of an anonymous
Wait, is it?
GM saying they were blocking Philadelphia numbers, so they're not taking Howie Roseman's calls tonight. I like that. Fuck the Eagles.
Nice. All right. So he is a corner from
We need
played
those.
in, he played at Michigan and then he transferred to Texas. So he's
Okay.
played at two really good teams.
Yeah. I don't hate it.
I want a pass rusher. And I
Yeah.
don't think we've really leaked anything, so I don't know I don't think he's making. I don't think Jeremiah has this on there with any kind of information. I think he's probably just thinking that's probably a good fit in his
Best
eyes.
player available at that point.
Yeah, because I think we need a pass rusher. But whatever, Adam Peters has been the man so far. So whatever he picks, I'm going to trust.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people have us getting our Omari and Hampton.
Yeah,
That
looks
scares me
like
a little bit.
he's got him going to the Rams at
26.
26.
Yeah,
Why does that
He's
scare you? Who's Omari and Hampton? Give me some
running back from
backstory.
UNC. He's supposed to be
Okay.
really good, but also Javante Williams, I thought was going to be a monster coming out of UNC, and he wasn't. So that's
He's
why that scares me. Also, if you
good,
pick a
but
running back in the first round, he needs to be like the man,
yeah.
like a Ashton Genty, which that is that's the first wild card of the draft is Ashton Genty. Maybe like a week and a half ago, he was a shoe in to the Raiders. I'm sure the Raiders were already planning on buying his jersey, and now he's favored to. The last I looked a few hours ago, he was favored. He was favored to be the number 5 pick, but he was favored to go to the Bears. So he must think that the Bears are trading up for him. Which I love Genty. If the Bears do that, they need to go make the rest of their picks offensive linemen because that's what they
Yeah.
need. You can
Yeah.
have all these flashy toys; it don't matter if you can't block. But he would be. It would be interesting to see if Jacksonville takes him. If they trade out, I know Denver's interested in him too, or if they just stay put and take somebody else. I don't think Genty will end up in Jacksonville. I think they're probably saying they're
I,
thinking about taking him to get that trade interest. But
yeah.
he's the first wild. Actually, 4 is also a wild card because a lot of people have been talking about Will Campbell is not that good. He's not a first round talent, but the Patriots love him. So I could see there has
Is
been some talks about
he
them trading.
offensive lineman or what?
Yeah,
What is
offensive
okay?
lineman. So there's some trade talk with the Patriots, maybe the Bears or the Broncos, or I forget who else. Maybe trading up to 4 to kind of
Okay.
jump Jacksonville.
Yeah, I mean, if that guy's not a first round talent, you know you're going to get him. Why not move back? Get some other picks if you love
Yeah, if
him
they
that
trade with
much.
right, if they trade with the Bears, he should still be there at 10.
Yeah,
Get
I'm
their
really
guy.
interested to see how the Commanders fill out the roster. We need defensive line help, um, pass rusher and defensive tackle. We lost Jonathan Allen. Um,
I don't think we need to make D tackle a priority right now.
no,
Pass
I mean
rusher.
that's
We
a
got
third
Deron
or fourth
Payne. We have
round problem,
yeah, I think D tackle's fine
but
for
we
now.
need depth. We need depth.
Oh yeah.
And
Well, that's
then
one thing Peters is always going to do. We're going to have depth on the defensive line, which is why they don't have any like true pass rushers. They
we
just have a
need
bunch of dudes.
offensive line and secondary. That's usually all our weaknesses is offensive line, secondary. It used to be quarterback, but we got a pretty good one right now. So I don't need
Yeah,
any skill position players. I'm satisfied with what I have,
right.
especially with the
Like
free agent pickups.
they'll draft a running back at some point. I don't think it needs to be the first round. I don't.
No, be a fifth or sixth rounder. Just somebody to
Yeah, I'm good
give a
with
break. Yeah.
waiting to draft a receiver late or not at all, and just picking up somebody that gets cut or one of these free agents.
I mean,
We brought in
our wide receiver room's pretty stacked at the moment, as long as everybody stays healthy. I mean, we got big, well, not big free agent names, but solid under the radar guys that are coming off injuries. So I'm excited to
Yeah,
see what it looks
I
like.
don't know what Debo we're gonna get, so I do think we need to bring somebody else in, but it doesn't need to be like a
Well,
star
we
or
got
anything.
the kid from, well, the guy from Dallas was, he was the second best receiver
Oh
for the
yeah,
last 5 years.
Michael Gallup.
Yeah. So we still got
He's a question mark
McCaffrey.
too. Yeah,
Yeah, but McCaffrey's coming into his own. He'll get more time. I I like the offense. Just need to protect the quarterback a little bit more.
yeah, the offense is fine. They did add a couple offensive linemen already, so
Yeah, we got Tunsil.
Yeah.
Hopefully he's not
Yeah.
having the gas mask issues anymore. Um,
It's funny. I was thinking about that earlier and how I wished somebody would put out a tape of Tyler Warren like that so he would drop to us somehow.
I got a
'Cause that
text
is one
message.
guy.
Tyler Warren would be a beast, but I like our tight ends too. But I
Yeah.
got a text this morning that said "Happy Draft Day" with a picture of Laramie Tunsil and his gas mask. So that
Nice.
made my morning. That was pretty good.
He's the one guy for I just saw him. I forget what game it was. I bet against Penn State, and that fucking guy just went insane. And
Oh, I
I forget
remember
what game
that.
it was,
Yeah,
but I do not
was
want
it
to
the
trade up.
first
I don't
playoff
think
game?
we will. No, it was in the regular
Oh,
season.
early this season. Yeah, I remember
Yeah,
you talking about it. I was like, I
yeah.
he doesn't look that athletic, and then he just goes off.
Well, he played like every position. He had tight
Yeah,
end, receiver, quarterback. I think he was like a fullback a couple plays that game. It
he's
was
like six
insane.
seven, right?
I don't know if he's 6'7", but he's pretty tall.
Yeah, he's a giant man.
Yeah, but yeah, the draft starts at 4. I think 1, 2, 3 will definitely be what we see here. And then 4, I don't know. They always kind of tease us with, oh, this team's going to trade, and then there's no trades. But
Right.
I feel like
Yeah, I'm
everybody's
hoping
going to
for a
want to
lot of
trade down.
trades tonight. I'm hoping for a lot of trades. Fuck it up. Let's have fun.
I think I think from 4 down to whatever, they're going to want to try to trade down. But is anybody going to want to trade up? That's the question.
Right. Yeah.
I, and I do like this pick for Dallas of Ted McMillan. And by like that, I mean he has bust potential because he's a guy, early mock drafts, he was like top 6, 7. I've seen him in some mock drafts. And then he fell down to the 20s. He's back up to 12 at Dallas. He's a really big receiver who was really good at Arizona. But is he just good because he's big, or is he actually a good receiver? You're going to need more than size in the NFL. So yeah, hopefully they get him because he might be really good, but he does have that bust potential. So yeah, go ahead and pick him. And if Jerry's making that pick, then it's probably a bust. Because as an owner, he was a decent GM as an owner.
He was great
Like
in the
if
early '90s, and since then he's been awful. And I'm
yeah,
okay with that. For that, I am
let's
thankful.
see here. Like Buka, he's got him going higher than I've seen in just about any other mock draft.
Who's
16 for
that?
the Cardinals. Emeka Egbuka,
Where's he from?
receiver at Ohio State.
Okay. Yeah, I did
Yeah,
not
16 for the
watch.
Cardinals.
I don't know who any of these people are, and it makes me feel bad about
I'm sure
myself.
you've seen them. You just
I've
like
heard of
never put the
Travion
name to it.
Henderson.
Well, yeah, he went to Hopewell.
Yeah, heard of him.
Yeah.
That's it.
Is he on here?
Yeah, he's 22nd to the
No,
Chargers.
he's got him going higher than anybody else I've seen too. Because he's like a second, early second, late, like very late first round pick, and
Okay.
everything else I've seen. Um, the Chargers. Who knows? Maybe the Commanders end up with him. That'd be the one running back I'd be okay just because he's a local guy. But it
Solid.
still wouldn't be smart to draft a running back that early. Let's see. Yeah, Jackson Dart to New York. This might be one of those. He looks like a quarterback.
I mean, that
Oh,
quarterback
and I
room is
think,
going to be insane. If
especially
they bring it,
if they get
if they
Shadur.
if they draft the fucking quarterback, why? Why?
Well,
I
Russell Wilson and Jameis aren't the answer. They're just there for a year or two.
Yeah, but
They're just there because the coach and the GM are both playing for their jobs. That's the only reason why them two are there. The only reason. Um, yeah, but I did see something where the GM's kid for the Giants posted a Jackson Dart highlight video. So like, oh, is he leaking the pick? But hey, the kid seems like a better GM than his dad. He was the only one in that room from that clip that was praising Jaden Daniels.
well, it can't be any worse than the Jets kids using Madden ratings for free agents and draft picks and stuff. So.
Yeah. So I kind of hope Tyler Warren. Wait, where are the Jets? 7. So I have seen a few mock drafts with Tyler Warren going to the Jets. I kind of hope that happens just because Tyler Warren's going to end up asking for a trade. I mean, he's definitely not going to re-sign there, so he could be with us in a few years. Although his production would probably be shit. But you got Matthew Golden at Tampa. He's a receiver out of Texas. He's the
Okay. Yeah, I thought I
speed guy.
recognized the name. Yeah.
Yeah, but did pretty good in playoffs.
Yeah, Tampa's got to reload on wide receivers. Their wide receivers are old as fuck.
Yeah, and what's his name is gone, right? Or did he resign? Not Mike Evans, the guy that always gets
Godwin.
hurt. Chris Godwin. Yeah,
Did he
did he
go to
resign there? I think he
Tennessee?
did resign. No, that was
Who went to Tennessee? Oh, that was Tyler Lockett
yeah, which he's washed.
on the.
Let's
Yeah, he's
see.
on the back nine.
All right, I think he did resign with. Yeah, he resigned with Tampa. I think it was
Okay,
they thought he was leaving and he came back. That's right.
gotcha. Yearly, who the fuck is Kansas City drafting? Who is Josh Connerly Jr.?
That I don't know. I would assume there would have been a really fast wide receiver, but I don't think he's a receiver. No, he's way too big to be a receiver. Let's see. Oregon, I'm assuming defensive line. Oh, no, he's offensive tackle.
Okay, they do
So,
need
yeah.
help on that offensive line.
Oh, yeah, this is the thing, too. You get mad because they didn't draft your guy, but it's like all these dudes are first round picks. We only know about half of them by name.
And
I'm sure we've seen
only
them play at some point, but
only a third of them are going to pan out. So
yeah, we're not watching tape. We don't know shit. And we have a
no,
sports podcast.
sure don't. We don't have time because we are poor and live in America.
Yeah. Well, let's not go that route. Let's not do this. Derek
Yeah.
Carmen, is that the dude from Auburn? All right, this will be the last name I look up for the Minnesota pick.
I'm
Not
I'm
Auburn.
I'm just hoping for
No, he was
chaos and a bunch of trades and fun things.
Yeah, I do want to see what happens after 3. I want to see where Genty goes. Obviously, quarterbacks are always fun. Shador, where is he going to go? Because he's been mocked all over the place.
Yeah.
He was as high as 2 or 3 a few months ago.
Some people are fucking saying he's second rounder now. It's insane.
Yeah.
And then they're also
number 9,
talking about
the Saints is a possibility.
They're talking about Tyler Shuck being a first rounder. He's invited to the green room. The Louisville quarterback, who's been injured half his career in the NCAA. He's 26 years old.
I feel like he's the Daniel Jones, Mitch Trubisky, just looks like a quarterback, but never really looked that impressive in college. But for some reason, looks like
he's Chris Winkie. He's fucking 26 years old.
Yeah, go ahead, draft him in the first round. Fucking, I don't see that.
Career backup, maybe solid, whatever. But yeah, I thought I heard on the radio that he was invited to the green room, so that means somebody's looking. Who knows? But yeah, I don't know who Daniel Jeremiah is. Is he an NFL Network guy?
NFL Network. You've seen him before.
Okay, I've probably seen him, but I don't know his face or anything. So, all right, you want to transition to basketball real quick before we get out of here?
Yeah, just real quick. I'll say for the Commanders, I don't want to go offense, but if we do, if somehow Tyler Warren is definitely not falling, but maybe Loveland. Loveland's supposed to be good, but again, I never really seen him play. But yeah, I do think we need a tight end. Yeah, Loveland out of Michigan. Some people like him. I don't know, but defense. Our defense was terrible. Forget the offense. We'll figure that out.
Yeah, fair enough.
Let's
Don't
remove
hate
this. So I do want to show this clip real quick. We're going to transition to the NBA. What am I doing? Did you see this? Can you see that on the screen? LeBron?
Give me just a second. Yes, I see him holding his
Give you a
face.
second. What are you doing? All right. So watch this clip.
Get
So he's
get
down.
Watch
He's
it.
dead.
Watch the shit.
Oh.
Nah. Look at him. Watch this. Watch the shit.
That's so
Nah, Brian. Nah.
I did not notice the smoke detector chirp in the background when I first. That might be fake because I feel like people just put that just. I think people just put those in their videos now.
That's fucking hilarious. Jesus Christ.
Leon would be having a conniption if he was. but yeah, NBA playoffs have been pretty good so far.
Yeah, not disappointed at all. Do you have the series up on ESPN or anything? Just to go through them real quick. See where we're staying.
Let's see. I don't know if ESPN really shows it like that.
You can pull it up by the playoff series or playoffs, and it should have the bracket, I think.
Oh, playoff bracket. I see it.
Yeah.
Playoffs bracket. All right, let me share the screen.
Yeah, I think we're all going to miss that Golden State series if Jimmy's that hurt. Jesus Christ.
Well, that doesn't count. Well, I said the Rockets would have a good shot. I just thought that the Warriors would pull it out. But
yeah, without Jimmy, they have no shot.
That lineup, right when Jimmy got hurt, and then Steph was on the bench, like that point guard Spencer. Did you watch the game last night?
I was in and out. I went to sleep.
Yeah, I was too. But they have a point guard that looks like somebody you would see at like a Planet Fitness playing basketball. I don't know if Planet Fitness has gyms or not, but if they did, he would be a guy there.
Who the Warriors do?
Yeah, it's a point guard. His last name is Spencer. He was just on the court, and I'm just like, that's a 2K made up player. Like, that guy is not real.
I was not aware of that guy. I thought Pajimski or whatever the fuck his name is was the backup.
So yes, he was. I don't know. I can't remember if he came back or not, but he actually got hurt yesterday too.
Okay. So maybe they were down to the bare bones.
Pat Spencer is this guy's name. What
is his name?
Pat Spencer.
Pat Spencer. He is a creator player.
Exactly. And
where did he go to school?
None of these pictures are actually doing him justice for how ridiculous he looks on the court. Where did he go to school? Did he go to school?
Pull up his bio. His name is Pat Spencer. Of course he did.
See, I saw a joke on Twitter calling him a lacrosse player, and I thought it was just because he looked like one. But no, he played lacrosse at Loyola.
Holy shit.
Spencer used his college. So he used his college graduate year to play basketball at Northwestern. He averaged 10, 4, and 4.
And he made the league?
Warriors. He played basketball at Hamburg, and then he went to the G League, and then he got called up to Golden State. So I don't even think he played basketball in college.
The Warriors.
Except for that 1 year at Northwestern.
Yeah, the Warriors G League affiliate, not doing them justice right now. They have no doubt.
Yeah, man. I saw that. So, like, Kuminga was out of the rotation in game 1, and they
was
brought
back
him
last
in.
night. I guess because they needed somebody
when Jimmy went out
to match up with Jimmy. Yeah.
when he went out, they brought him in, and Steph was out, so he was like the number one option at that point. So
Yeah. Bad.
if Jimmy doesn't come back, they might not win another game, which sucks. And you have Warriors fans talking about calling it a Amen Thompson cheap shot on the play that
Oh my
Jimmy got hurt.
God.
But if you watch that game, Draymond Green was doing everything but playing basketball that first half. I fell asleep at halftime, was in and out after that. But every clip, even if they weren't showing Draymond, if they showed a clip of something else, you can see Draymond in the back, like throwing an elbow, pushing somebody to the ground, like fucking with Dylan Brooks the whole game, which Dylan Brooks deserves it, so I'm not complaining. But it was just like he did not have basketball. He did not. It was all about just fucking the other team up for whatever reason was his mindset last night, and yeah, it did not work. So Warriors fans,
Panic now.
well, not only that, but don't throw stones because you have no room to be complaining about anybody being dirty because Draymond and
Draymond
actually
king
Amen
of the
Thompson
dirty.
was they were giving him cheap shots like the whole first quarter. And then I don't know. So he did get pushed by Draymond before, and I think he was just flopping. I don't think he meant to jump into Jimmy Butler. But if you're a
It
Warriors
didn't.
fan, you got the goggles on, maybe you see it that way. But
It
he was
didn't
pushed
look.
first.
It didn't look that bad to me. Jimmy just made a
Yeah.
fucking bad. He just had a bad fall. It's basketball. We've all fallen that way before. It sucks. It hurts. Jimmy's old though,
Yeah.
so he's not going to recover like he would have 10 years ago.
Right. He shot his free throws after on the flagrant, but yeah, he went out right after. But yeah, let's just go through the Western Conference. OKC's up 2-0. They play tonight. OKC is probably going to sweep that one. We don't need to really talk about that.
Big time.
Best series, the best games so far, Nuggets Clippers. They play tonight too. That is one I stayed up for.
Me and you were on the Clippers, and Leon was on the Nuggets, I believe.
Right. I haven't made bets for this one yet, but
Still
probably
on the
going to bet on the
Clippers.
Clippers.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Kawhi.
some guy. Go ahead. Sorry.
Kawhi is fucking Toronto Kawhi right now. It's incredible. If his knees hold up, they can beat anybody in the West. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, and there's a guy for Denver named Peyton Watson. You ever heard of him?
I have. Peyton Watson, very young, semi-skilled,
yeah,
long.
Yeah, but I don't know if Kawhi is the type of guy to use the bulletin board material, but I saw a quote from Peyton Watson. He said he guarded Kawhi. They asked him about Kawhi. He said he guarded him on 2 shots. He said one he made a really difficult shot, and the other I stopped him. And so he was like, I feel like I could do a good job on him, or something to that effect. I'm paraphrasing. But it's just like, dude, why would you say anything to that guy? You just say, yeah, he's a great player. That's all you say.
Yeah. Kawhi is laughing in his robot, awkward, autistic voice right now and ready to eat that guy alive if he's on him at any point.
I'll probably be on the Clippers tonight for that reason. And also, I think James Harden's going to be one of these good game, bad games. I don't remember his numbers last game. I think they might have probably looked better than they were, but he was kind of just out there floating around for most of the game. Kawhi saved him, but
he was very good in the first game.
Yeah, so I think it'll be better this game. I think the Clippers will win. But yeah, that series
that's fun.
Probably going at least 6, obviously, probably 7.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, but yeah, I think the Clippers will pull it out. But still going to be fun to watch either way. Let me get to the Lakers, Timberwolves. Also tied 1-1.
Tale of two games.
Yep.
Yeah, big time. Luka been great in both. Don't know what Timberwolves lost the second game, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck happened in that game. I didn't see it. But I think the Timberwolves I'm gonna switch my pick. I think Timberwolves win this series. Anthony Edwards is just fucking good, man, and he's a dog.
He is, but so I was on fire betting until 2 days ago, and it started with Anthony Edwards. I had his over points and rebounds, and I lost by the hook.
Ugh.
It was a game. It was a game 2, and it was just like most of the fourth quarter. He was just kind of standing around, like go to the basket. You're gonna get fouled. They're gonna call a foul on you.
Yeah.
So I think that's one thing he's still lacking. Kind of like we criticized LeBron earlier in his career for passing or not always going to the bucket when you need some points.
Right.
That's one thing I think he can. The right play is not always the right play when you're way better than everybody else on your team.
Correct.
I
You
think he'll
make the
learn
right
that.
play. Yeah.
Right. But yeah, that'd be another good series. I think I'm still sticking with the Lakers.
Luka
They
Magic.
got Luke. Yeah, they got Luka and LeBron. Sometimes when you have young teams playing against these more veteran stars, though, sometimes that game 1 can be just effort and energy. I think maybe that's kind of what it. I mean, it's still gonna be a good series.
I think
again,
the
6 or
size
7.
disparity, though, man. Like, the Timberwolves are way too big, and Jackson Hayes is 7 feet tall for no fucking reason. That guy sucks.
Big for nothing, as we say.
Yeah, that's Gary Owens. I think that's his godson or something.
What? Who?
I think Jackson Hayes is Gary Owens' godson.
Godson. Okay, that makes more
Yeah.
sense. Still
Yeah.
bizarre, but okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you think Minnesota's going to win now? I'm still going to go with the Lakers.
Yeah, I'm
But it could
flopping.
go either way.
I'm flipping on the Timberwolves and the Rockets. I think they are winning those series.
Yeah. If Jimmy doesn't come back, the Warriors just can't score enough because unless the officials start changing how they call the game, because they're letting them play maybe a little too much. Steph is getting just pulled and dragged every play, and they're not calling it. They're going to Golden State now, so that will change probably. But still, if Jimmy's not back, they just don't have. I mean, unless Buddy Hield gets hot for a game, that's about the only chance they have of getting any other offense, unless Kaminga shows up and goes crazy. But I mean, I don't know how you can really trust that. But yeah,
Right.
comes out if Jimmy's back and he's decent, I'm still going with the Warriors. But if not, I mean, the Rockets are good. They're the number 2 seed for a reason. Yeah.
All right.
Let's see if I can. There we go.
Perfect.
All right.
Much less entertaining here.
Yeah, Heat might pull off a game. Probably not.
I don't see
I
it.
think they'll play some close games in Miami, but
congratulations to the Cavaliers, Evan Mobley, on being Defensive Player of the Year. Only because Wembanyama got a blood clot. I'm drunk.
When did they announce that?
I got a notification of it earlier.
Oh, I thought
It
maybe
might
they
have been on
announced it
my
yesterday.
ride home. Yeah.
I was gonna say, if they announced it yesterday, then maybe that's why Draymond was so pissed off last night. For some reason, he thinks he should have won. His old ass. But yeah, nothing to talk about
Cavaliers
there.
sweep.
Although maybe, so the Heat do have. Well, Tyler Hero has some bulletin board materials. Maybe they still won in Game 3 at home, but if they do, it doesn't matter. They'll lose. It'll be the gentleman's sweep. I think it was Garland. They asked Garland about their. Again, I don't watch a lot of these videos. I just see like the quotes on Twitter or whatever. But I guess they asked them their game plan or whatever, how they're exposed in Miami, and he just said, "Go at Hero."
He's
so
not
maybe
wrong.
that inspires something. No, he's not. But yeah, Cleveland's gonna roll on that one. Jesus, dude.
Yeah.
Pacers Bucks.
Pacers.
I faded myself Game 2. I was all over the Pacers, and I saw that the public was. I mean, not the public. The the experts were all over Milwaukee, and was like, I'm not seeing something. I fucking bet the Bucks, and then like,
You knew better.
we both bet the Pacers. I think Leon has the Bucks, but
Yeah. Pacers far better
Bucks
team.
Bucks might win a game or two, just because Giannis, and then maybe Dame gets hot, but Pacers is just a better, deeper team. Yeah, they're up 2-0. They should win that fairly easily. Is that score updated? It must be. The Knicks and Pistons. Knicks are up 6. I'm on Knicks minus 1.5. This is gonna be another fun series. It's going 6 or 7.
I like Detroit.
I'm on the Knicks tonight just because the stars and the experience. But again, wouldn't shock me if the Pistons win this one. I'll say the Knicks in
7.
I'll say Knicks in 6. But again, Pistons could win this whole series. Tonight's
Correct.
a huge game, I think, in this one. If the Pistons pull it off tonight, then I might change my mind. But yeah, I don't know if the Pistons are quite ready yet. But again,
They're
as soon as
fun.
we'll get off. Yeah, we
Them
gotta hurry
and-
up and get off here so we can catch the
Yeah.
end of the second half.
Them in Houston, very fun.
Yeah, for sure.
And your Magic not going to win a game like I predicted.
We haven't
Boston doesn't
came
even
home yet.
need Boston doesn't even need Tatum to win a game. It's too easy. Boston
We
has
covered
too
the
many
spread.
weapons. Y'all can't
We
score.
covered game 2.
You can't fucking score. You can't
Depending
stop
on
every player on that team. It's okay. You fought valiantly, but you're not good enough.
that's fine. I still think we can get a game at home. I think we're going to get a game.
I don't think so.
Depending on where you got the number in game 1, we've covered both games. So
Banchero is the only worth a fuck player on that team right now because Suggs is hurt. Wendell
Franz
Carter's
Wagner.
hurt. Franz Wagner is a soft pussy who
First of
doesn't
all,
belong as a star.
you just said that
sucks.
because you bet on him. You bet on him
That
game
guy
1, and
loves.
some reason why you're saying that.
Did. I did, and that guy loves to pass the ball into non-shooting positions to reset the offense to get the ball to Paolo. That guy won't take a shot to save his fucking life. He sucks. Get him out of there. He belongs in Utah.
He does not suck.
Send him to Utah.
We need a really good point guard, like a true point guard. I love Suggs, but he's a combo guard. He's not a true point guard. But yeah, we need Suggs back. Get a true point guard, and we can make some noise. But yeah, I think we'll still win. Still, I believe that. But yeah, Celtics in 5 still. As much as it pains me to say.
Bum. He's a fucking bum.
Who?
Wagner.
He's not a bum.
Well, we got a question.
All right. I'm assuming this is a dynasty league. A random question.
Yeah.
My team is Jacobs and Taylor, the starting running backs, with St. Brown, Nico, or Rasheed Rice, the starting receiver. Yeah, this is dynasty. Okay. I have the 1.3 and 4. Do I take Tet and Hunter, or Tet, Hunter, and Trayvon?
Do you have individual defensive players in your league? Because I'm not betting on Hunter as a wide receiver until I see him playing a majority wide receiver. If he's a combo, if you get points for defensive players, then yes, absolutely.
All right, let's bring this back up. Yeah, since you have IDP, yeah,
I don't know anything about Tet, so I'm not going to say anything about that. But since you get points for defense,
I'll say Tet and
Hunter for sure.
Yeah, I'll say Tet and Hunter because you have the IDP. Parsons, Calvin, Noir, Debo, and Hendrickson. Yeah. Well, Hunter for sure. In that format. And then yeah, I'll take Tet McMillan. So yeah, Tet and Hunter.
Cool.
Thank you, Ant.
Yeah, man. Thanks for commenting. Appreciate you. Good luck. You
So, yeah,
can subscribe to our channel if we help you out, or just do it anyways. It'd be great.
appreciate any subscription we can get. We only need like a few more thousand to be able to make some money on this thing. Thank
Thanks
you,
a lot,
sir.
bud.
Thank you, sir. Be like Ant. Be more like Ant.
Yes, be like Ant. Ant is our new favorite. You want to come on the show, Ant? Just send us a message.
We might need to get another person on here.
Yeah, Leon won't show up anymore, so it's fine.
All right.
We're having co-host tryouts soon.
Dude, we
Go
should do that. We
Celtics.
should have tryouts.
Go Pistons.
Why would you say go Celtics?
Because fuck you. That's why.
Who is your NFL team? I mean NFL. I'm drunk. Who is your NBA team?
This year I'm rooting for.
No. Who is your team? Are you a Wizards fan?
Dude, I haven't had a basketball team since fucking Michael Jordan retired the first time.
You don't count. That's why I'm a Magic fan. After he retired the first time, Shaq and Penny. Let's go.
All right,
Paolo's bringing us back to the promised land. Yeah,
Okay,
time for this get.
Yeah,
We're getting out of here. So you can watch some basketball in the draft, which is about to start in 20 minutes.
like,
But
share,
yeah.
and subscribe. We love you. Tune in Saturday for Getting Loose with Leon. That guy's on fucking fire picking racing bullshit picks. So yeah, win some money. Watch that.
Oh man, we don't got
What?
time to talk about that. We'll talk about that next week. We got time. The sperm racing. You said racing.
Yeah,
The dudes racing their sperm. We'll talk about that next
we got to
week.
do that. We got to do that with Leon. Also, you have a punishment that you have to uphold as soon as Leon decides to come back.
Yeah, Leon hasn't been here, so we're
Fuck
still
you,
waiting. Pretty much. All right. See you guys next Thursday. Leon may or may not be with us. Peace out.